Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes weekly webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today from our friends at Hunkydory Crafts, I've got the big book of banner sentiments. They are really cool to add to your card, just a little bright greeting. You guys, they make cards like this one where I added two to this card with some paper towel. So cute. This is our giveaway card for this episode, so if you stick around, you'll learn how one lucky viewer could win this card to keep or share with a friend. So come play with us. All right, let's take a little flip through here. You're getting 420 delightfully detailed banner elements, okay, and you're getting multiples of each page. All right, so here you've got all these bright colors. Now I'm going to ask you to pause this to read these because I'm not going to go through all of them, but there's so many, like birthday and thank you. Okay, and you're getting 4 pages of these, all these bright colors. More birthdays, and also 4 pages of these. Here's some you're the best, and then handmade just for you, and wedding day, celebratory, like you did it. Some great retirement ones in here, 4 of those. And then relax and unwind, thank you, 4 of these. Okay, and then we're repeating shapes, but different colors, which I think is awesome too. Okay, this is the same as we did a couple of pages back, but these are in different colors, which I love because I tend to make a card with the intent of a greeting. And then when I'm using these, I know how much space about I have on my card, and then I can just grab the color I need. You guys do it that way too, or do you build the card around the greeting? I tend to build the card and then add the greeting. And then I love the different shapes this way, this way, this way. Great for some horizontal and vertical cards. And here we go. Make sure I'm getting through all these. I'll let you take a good look at that one. Okay. Let's get to the card stuff. All right, so this one, you guys, is a 6.5 by 5-inch card. And to use this, to make this, I used our new Forest Magic 12 by 12 pattern cardstock with all the cute little animals in their winter sweaters. This collection is perfect for your winter cards, okay? We still got January and February, and if you live in the Pacific Northwest, that's taking you straight into March. So absolutely adorable and fun. With this one, I just used a quarter like of this one on the front page. This little guy, I think he's up here. Oh, here he is on this one. So I just used the top part of the page, worked out really nicely. You can get so many cards out of the different elements on this. And then I just took a scrap of the back of this paper, which has this green on it, put that across the center. That's just about 1 inch by 6.5 inches. I did forget to mention I used the solid color cardstock first to cover the entire thing. Then I cut this down just a little bit smaller. Then I put my little green strip across the center. Then I wanted to add some Trailblazer paper towel. Used this great compass, has this really pretty foil coloring. And just used some foam tape to add that up. That's in 3 pieces. In case you didn't notice, there's 1, 2, 3, and they're all labeled. And then you just put little pieces of foam tape in between, and then I foam taped it to the card. Before adding that, boy, I'm really getting ahead of myself today. I did add a little bit of this gold pearl fancy border dazzle stickers. Now I tend to think of this as being a little bit more of a masculine card, but you know, girls like nature too. But this tends to be, you know, lacy and frilly, but there's some scallops on here, okay, that go really well with any type of card, and I just added that straight across here, okay. If you want to save a little bit of it, add this first and then just put some on the left and the right side extending off. But I just ran it all the way across, then added my paper towel. And then I just foam taped a couple of these little greetings on here. So we've got, it's going to be a great day and let the adventure begin, which could be a retirement card, could be a birthday card, depending on what you put on the inside. Okay? So that is a super fun. Oh yeah, this is our giveaway card. So how our giveaway cards work is we're trying to promote our Paper Wishes YouTube channel, which is called My Paper Wishes on YouTube. And if you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page at paperwishes.com, you could expand this screen if you're watching it on your computer, and then just click the little YouTube icon. Otherwise, just hop on over to YouTube, My Paper Wishes. We ask that you subscribe to our channel, like this video, give it a thumbs up, and then leave us a comment, okay? And then after about a week, we'll reply, congratulations, YouTube username blank. So you've got to know your username. It's what labeled your comment. So if that's helpful, you can go back and look at that. And we'll give you instructions on how to claim your card. So that's for one lucky viewer. It's also a good idea to hit that notification bell at the top right-hand corner so you know when we're trying to contact you or when we drop a new video. Let's see, I do card giveaways every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday on my videos, Linnea Gehrig. And yeah, I love giving these away and mailing them. So that would be great if you would participate in that. All right, next we have got Your Simply Fabulous. All right, this one I just used a little 4-inch doily on here, but the paper pack I paired it with is Mystical Floral's 12x12 pattern cardstock. All right, and there's this beautiful sort of plummy color right here that I used. It's so pretty. And it has a bottom border, which I used, but then also this little top lace element that I just cut out from the back here and just glued that across the top. So I just went around that lace element, cut it out, and then once I had the 5 by 6.5 inch card covered, just glued that along the top. Once again, use this gold border fancy lace dazzle along the top. It's just about 1/4 inch from the top edge. Glued my little white paper doily. It's 4 inches. You can buy these by the package at Paper Wishes as well. This is a little cutout shape from the paper pack, and I just cut that out and foam taped that little oval to the center. And then foam taped the little greetings. You're simply fabulous, happy birthday, and then added just a little bit of 1/8 inch wide ribbon, which I put in another box. Here we go. That's not it. There we go. And I love this collection of ribbons. I use it all the time because it's just enough to add, and then it doesn't really get caught up on my cards when they're going through the post office. So it's kind of a low profile ribbon, and the collection of colors in here is really fabulous. So yeah, a real easy card to put together. All right, so I used this same paper pack, you guys, to make this next card. So this is an easel card. This is 5 by 7. I used the stitched edge 5 by 7 tent fold cards. Okay, tent fold being that the fold is at the top, so you get this nice tent shape. You can also use it like this. It has this great little stitched decorative edge around it, and I did use khaki ink and my favorite little blender tool to go around the edge. And then I simply cut down some of this fantastic fern paper that's right here in this collection. Let me see how wide I cut that down. I wanted that stitched edge to show. So it's just about 4 inches by 5 3/4 of an inch. And then went ahead and used my scoreboard, and after I had glued this on, opened this up and scored that, because this is 7 inches tall, this is at 3.5 inches, so that it has a nice little bend, okay? And then this piece right here, I used single sheet of metallic gold cardstock. You can buy this by the sheet at Paper Wishes, or you can also buy it in like 3 packs or more. And then also this oval cutting die. So here we've got the metallic, and then I used the scallop shape to cut another one out of that same paper and glued that on there. And then I foam taped this oval just to the bottom half of that card, okay? And then I decorated it with one of those cute little banners just to say thank you so much. And then we've got the coordinating Mystical Floral's cutting dies. Okay, and I used all the little ferns and things like that cut out of this same metallic cardstock, and then I glued those on using Cosmic Shimmer glue, our favorite, which I just put in this little bottle for small applicators, and glued that on. Then on the inside of the card, I used the opposite side of the fern paper, okay, which is this lovely, beautiful floral with the embellishments on the corners, but I just took a little bit out of that top corner. It has an embellishment along the bottom. I put some more of those pearl dazzle, gold pearl dazzle stickers along the bottom. And then this little part is probably the most important part of the card. It is what keeps, it's the little stopper here, what keeps the card standing upright when it's opened. It goes just like that. And you guys, this one I just took a little bit of that fern paper. It's about a 1-inch wide strip. And then I just put some foam tape. We have foam tape in this giant wheel of foam tape. It's 150 feet or 50 yards of 1/2-inch wide foam tape. I just took a strip of it, put it there, added some more of those little stickers here from the gold pearl, just on the ends. It doesn't need to go all the way across because I covered it with another one of those banners, okay? So just a fun celebratory card that it would be fun to send to a friend. All right, and the last one I have, okay, this is a little gatefold card, okay? It's like this, and then the banners are just kind of going across like that, and then you pop it open, and you've got another little one right there on the inside, okay? So if you're wondering what to do with those little small ones, it's a really easy way to use those. For this one, I used my 6.5 by 5-inch card, and I opened it up and I scored it at 2.5 inches on this side, 2.5 inches on this side, and then just folded the flaps in. You'll notice that the original fold of the card is right down the center. So I did use some of my 6x6 watercolor wildflower pattern cardstock to go down the center, just to keep everything firm and keep it from kind of bending like that, because you're just changing the folds. And then these flaps, I just took this paper right here and I put 1/2 of it on this side, 1/2 of it on this side. And then you'll notice, because it's 6-inch paper and a 6.5-inch tall card, I used a little bit of this cute plaid paper at the top and the bottom, and then added some thin line yellow dazzle stickers. They're so sweet with their tiny little thin lines and really easy to apply when you just need to break up a pattern, okay, which is exactly what I needed it to do. Needed something between those two patterns. So I added those, and then I just closed these little flaps and made sure that my little banners, the foam tape only goes to about here, so there's nothing sticking on this side, here, and then this one and this one. So they're staggered going down. And then I just used a little knotted length of gingham ribbon. And you see how I just sort of altered the colors. Here is the orange from this one, the pink from this one, and the yellow from this one. Really simple card to do. And then also use some extra scraps of that pink plaid paper just on the sides, just to spruce those up. This is a cutout from the paper pack, which I also matted with this plaid. I foam taped it, so it has a little bit of dimension there, and then glued that tiny little banner, It's Party Time, on there. So really cute, and you could do this same technique with any of the little banner shapes that are horizontal. Okay, so you could pick your color, you could pick your theme. There was one other thing I forgot to show you. On this card, I forgot, I used on the back, handmade just for you. So there's a great use for those, or several of those in there as well. All right, you guys, so we have a fantastic money saver on this collection. If you look right there on the right-hand side, if you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page, you'll see the fantastic money saver on this great pack. I think it's very, very useful for all of your celebratory cards. And also listed down below the video are all the items that we used, all the ribbons and the dazzle stickers and the glue and things like that, the paper packs. Those are all listed down below if you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page at paperwishes.com. If you're watching us over on YouTube, hi, it would be great if you would subscribe to our channel. It really helps our small company grow. And if you look below the video in the description box on YouTube, there is a link that'll take you to this Paper Wishes webisode page. Thanks for joining me today, you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.